are going to be drawing Lego people, and I'm going to show you two ways, one a little more two-dimensional and one a little more three-dimensional. So let's start with the two-dimensional first. You can draw yours in the center. I'm going to draw mine off to the side since I'm going to do two. And I'm going to start with the head. And the head is like a square, except the corners are curved. And if you want to add this on the top, you can, but if not, you can just leave it blank because you are going to be able to design yours however you want it to look, depending on the person that you're doing or character that you're doing. And I'm going to show you some examples of different characters that are real Legos towards the end. So after the head shape, again, it's a square with curved angles instead of pointed angles. We're just going to do two lines down for the neck. And then the body, I'm going to draw a line a little bit longer than the head. So you can see that the head ends about here. I extended the shoulders out past the head. We're going to add little curved lines for the shoulders. And then I want you to come down about the size of your pinky. So come down to about here. You can make a little line. And then we're going to make this line a little bit longer than the shoulders line. So again, that width, it's about the size of your pinky if you lay it down. So the torso area, and then we're just going to connect these again, round those corners. And then with the arms, we're going to start off with a curved line here and one on this side. Notice I went down a little bit. Those arms are connected into the sides, so they're not like human arms that connect smooth. It goes down a little bit. And then I'm going to, same thing, come up a little bit and make a curved line. And all you have to do is connect this line to the corner on both sides. And that is this part of the arm. And the hands look like little C shapes. They don't have fingers, which are nice because fingers are a little harder to draw. So I'm going to draw two little lines here. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. And then below it, I'm going to do a little C shape. Same thing on this side, do a little C shape. And all you have to do is connect the end to the wrist. Those are easier hands. You're gonna make yours look a little more 3D. You can add another line. I've got one a little shorter than the other, but that's okay. Especially when you start to add details, you might end up, I'm drawing with marker just so you can see it on the camera, but if you're using pencil, of course, you could erase it, make sure your C shapes are the same size. But not only that, you might end up erasing some of these things, especially if they're holding something like an art easel, if it's Bob Ross, the one that I did in the Procreate time lapse. So it kind of just depends on what you're drawing. If they're holding a little Minecraft sword, whatever it is you want to do. So next I'm going to make two lines pointed down and then coming straight across, connecting them. might go over that line again. My marker's wanting to die. There we go. Now we have the legs. So on the sides, I'm just going to bring it down. We're going to make a square shape first. So I like to do the edges first. And then find your middle and then go. So if my middle is there, I'm gonna go on to either side of that line with your pencil. And I can cover that up with my marker. But just to kind of show you, go on either side and then create little squares. So it's the top of the legs. And then the calves, we're going to have them curl out a little more, like a little U shape. We're gonna bring down another line. And then I still don't want them quite touching, but I am bringing them a little closer than this gap. This gap is a little bit closer. And then we have the feet. So one more line. Again, this is a 2D. So it's gonna be a lot more flat, just using 2D shapes. Though we did make the hands a little 3D. There you go. So that is just a blank version of the Lego person. You can go in and add the face, add hair, add the clothing, add things that they're holding. And again, we'll give you examples towards the end. But now let's move on. If you would like to challenge yourself, let's do a more three-dimensional. So again, this is two-dimensional. Maybe you want to do both. So this one is 2D. We're gonna do 3D now. So similar head. This one's gonna be angled. So instead of a front view, we're gonna be kind of looking at him towards the side. So my head, I'm gonna start at the top and curve this line. And then if you would like to add the top part, you can, which is another curved line. And then 2, connecting to the head. And then I'm gonna come down kind of pinky size again for me. And I'm gonna do a line this way. And then connect these two. The face would be here, just so you can kind of visualize the face. And then this could be a highlight. And now from the head, we're gonna bring it down to the neck. Make 2 small lines for now. The chest area, we're gonna do the front like this, but then we're also gonna have some of his side. So from this neckline, we're going to make one line going that direction. So pointing towards this corner of the paper. And then the other line, we're gonna extend out past the head a little bit. So the head ends here, we're gonna extend this out. And again, curve it. So we can kind of add this small little line here for now. And I'm going to start to work on this arm on the side before I finish drawing, because we're gonna have some overlap. And overlap is when things are behind or in front of other things. So you're not gonna be able to see all of the body since this arm is overlapping. So let's start with the shoulder line area. Curved line this way. I'm also going to do a curved line this way. Bring that line down a little bit more. And then now this will be like the elbow, so it's starting to bend. Bring this line down. Bend. And then we're going to do a curved line. So if you want to fix that line a little bit, you can. There you go. So with the hand, we're going to do our C shape. On this corner. So if we put a dot here and you make your little curved line, we're going to do another one. So it's going to look kind of like a horseshoe. Then the top of the horseshoe, just make a straight line. And then we're also going to curl and connect that to the end. And then we can connect that up. So now we can finish this line here and bring it to the hand, or what we just called the horseshoe. We can also finish the shoulder out and connect that to the top of the arm. I'm going to have some overlapping here, so where my hand is, I'm just going to bring that over and then bring this down. So we've got the torso, we've got an arm, we've got a hand, neck, head, top of the head. So we're just going to need to do one more arm and the legs. So let's start with the little top of the legs, and we can draw them apart a little bit. So if you notice, this corner is apart, a little bit of a gap there. And then I'm going to bring this down. Think of this almost like a little belt, connecting the torso and the legs. And then with the legs, so over here we have them as straight lines. We're actually going to curve these lines here before we add our other arm. So there's one curved line, two, so that's here, 1 and 2, so we need 2 more. So these two are pretty close, 3, and then 4. So a total of 4 curved lines. And then just add a straight line underneath. We will be working with this little gap here to make it look a little more three-dimensional. But before we do, let's now add a straight line. So that's this space here, kind of the calf area. So these are similar to what we had over here. Just using straight lines. Now that we have that, let's continue this curved line and curve it to the leg. And then these points down here, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to put little dots, 1, 2, 3, 4, so you can see we're going to be doing some diagonal lines, just little diagonal lines. So 1, 2, notice they're all going in the same direction towards this bottom corner. 3, whoops, bumped my camera, and 4. So once you have your diagonal lines, then you can create your straight line again, similar to the one right above it. And you can trace the one above it to help you. And then now we're going to bring these down. So now we're at the feet. One, 2, 3, 4. So let's work with this leg first. So these two are going to go straight. Straight. And then this corner here, we're going to do a diagonal going up towards this corner now. So take this corner and we're going to just connect it to this leg. Boom. So now in this gap, it's the side of this leg. Kind of looks 3D, but now we want to see the side of this leg. So let's work on that. So we went this direction, same thing here. We're going to be going towards this corner. So I'm going to bring it back. And then just straight up. If you want to curve it a little bit at the top, you can. So now we can see the side of this leg, the side of this leg, see the side of his torso. We've got a little more 3D on the hands than even on our 2D model. We can see a little bit more. So now let's finish out our last arm. So I'm going to find this and I'm going to just hover. So I'm not drawing through the torso. I'm going to find the top of this arm, hover, and then I'm going to make a little dash. So they are about the same on both sides. And just leave that dash for now. We'll come back to that. And at the bottom, I'm going to do the same thing. So find this little curved area and then hover and then make a curved line. And then all you have to do is connect them. I'm going to go down and then connect. So I kind of curved my line a little bit, kind of where the elbow area would be. Do another one just right above it, just another curved line. And then the wrists, you can extend out just like we did here, extend out for the wrist. On this one, we're going to be making our kind of our C shape, we've been calling it. And then think about the same thickness here. We want to do that on this side too. So however far you went down, kind of go down the similar height to make your horseshoe. And then we extended that line out extend this line out as well, and then curve it and connect your wrist if you still need to. So there we have a more 3D, and D stands for dimension, and the dimension, you can tell this looks more realistic. So 3D forms, you're gonna see more of different angles, different sides to objects. And then 2-dimensional is gonna look more flat, just basic shapes. So from here, you can design your Lego person, and here are some examples to help you.